As you can see, I've propped the Wolseley up now so I can get a bowl underneath to drain the oil out. So that's what I'm going to do now. It's nice and hot, so the oil should be thinner, should be easier to drain out now. So I can clean the crankcase out. As you can see, I didn't quite go to plan, as it's on a tilt and there's a wedge under there for some reason. Most of it's gone underneath the engine and out round the base here. I missed the bucket, so it's not how I planned it to be, but oh well. Oil's nice and thin now, it's hot. And I thought I'd just show you some of the original paint that's here. It's quite a bit under the tank, but it's been painted on over so many layers that it is really hard to get off without having great big chips on it. It's obviously not going to be perfect if it's original paint, but I don't think it's enough to save here, because it's really hard to uncover that original paint when there's been so many other coats of paint slapped on it. You can see here at the hopper, and you can see it was quite clearly painted in olive green originally. So that's the colour I'm going to paint it in now. So I'm going to get stripping the paint and cleaning out the crankcase. Generally cleaning everything up, everything needs a real good clean. See, it's got thick grime everywhere. The mag was absolutely filthy when I first got it. It's still quite mucky down there. I've got a new bit of soft metal to make a stop button there. I had to replace this HT lead as well, as the previous owner had cut it too long and it had rubbed against the flywheel, worn all the insulation off, and it was earthing to the flywheel. Much stronger spark. This is a worn HT lead that had to be replaced, and you can see where the insulation has worn through, and if I place it on the flywheel, see, it fits perfectly in that groove. It cut way too long. I mean, compare the lengths now and see how much longer it was. So, well, I'm truly ready for a new HT lead. Poor efforts just to stick a bit of tape round it. I think I want to leave the flywheels bright like this. Flywheel faces, either that or I'll paint them in a silver colour. And then I have to cut this off, re-thread it because the thread's absolutely knackered on that. Get a nice little brass tap on there. There is some slight frost damage here. See down here where the casting mark is, but it looks like it has been pinned from the inside. I haven't looked in the inside yet, but it holds water, so as long as it doesn't open up any more, it should be alright. Oh, there's thick sludge in the bottom of the crankcase. It's very thick and desperate need of an oil change, and I feel grit and stuff in the bottom there, so it's in real need of an oil change. I'll get that cleaned out with some white spirit. I've got the governor cover off now, and in the crankcase, there you can see, but there's thick sludgy oil. It's really not very nice. In fact, when I scoop that out, you can get it comes off like a thick blob. It's really not too good. You have to see better here, but you can see it's well due for an oil change. you. Real nasty stuff. Thick, and I mean that wouldn't come out the drain plug because it was that thick. So I'm going to wash this out with white spirit and a stiff paintbrush to try and get that all clean.